like a rivalry game. And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. And the Chanticleers will boot it away to start the game. He'll bring it out. It's Smith. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. So Liberty's offense comes onto the field first today. Now, guys, let's not forget, the last time these two got together, we had ourselves an absolute classic that has provided motivation for one side ever since, David.
I mean, such a back and forth, such a fun game. Everyone remembers where they were on their couch or in the stadium for that rivalry game.
And that's what rivalry games are supposed to look like. Both teams playing with phenomenal intensity. It's going to go down right to the wire. And you're right, those are the games that make college football.
There he goes. Take it in. Touchdown, Liberty. You take advantage of tendencies when you set that opening script, and man, their film study showed up there.
I think the offensive coordinator, it's almost as if he knew what the defense was going to be playing. He knew the personnel. He knew the different looks and coverages and fronts that they were going to see. And that offense, they just chopped up yardage moving down the field to score that opening series.
So the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers offense will try to get something going with their first possession. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Thomas back to pass. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. And a nice pickup on the line and gets down to avoid contact. The Chanticleers have this offense rolling. Looking to throw on first down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. So now it's second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. He's got him this time.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. And the Chanticleers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fakes the grab on the left. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. Offense picking up steam, first and 10 from the 31. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man, it's Rasmussen. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and his offense is threatening with a first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll go to the air on second and short. They're setting up the screen. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The Chanticleers have it in scoring position on first and goal. Here comes the heat. Safe completion on the screen. Touchdown, Coastal! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Setting up for the extra point and the top. You want to keep your offense on the field, wear down the defense, put that tape on and show it in a clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up the touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been punked the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to end it. And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18. The Flames with a long way to go after the loss on the last play.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer. They were able to get the sack.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. And the Flames will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Thomas looking to fire. Bringing the heat. Complete to the right. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. To the air on first down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Really need to pick up some yardage this time on 2nd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Oh, they're after him! And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. And the shot to clear send out the punt unit. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. The punt team makes its way onto the field. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Finds the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. That's reeled in. It's Hardy. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Rides the back on the option to give. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense aid got him at the 27. The Flames decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and look for room. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, Dave. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole...
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Fires to the right. He's got it. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. The shot that clears come to the line with a new set of downs. Running back searching for a hole.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Man, this offense, they gotta find something. They got to get in a rhythm somehow. So far, no success, not protecting the quarterback. Really, the only good thing I can say so far is they haven't turned the football over.
The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Thomas back to pass. Grabs it in the middle. Oh, better check some ankles. He makes a move and gets down to the 24. Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. Fires downfield. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. And he missed it. No good. And here in the second quarter, missed field goal leaves us tied, guys. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink when you knock it off the crossbar. Those are the ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a missed opportunity.
The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Looking to fire. Grab near the marker. It's Smith. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Looking downfield on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. On target over the middle. Inside the 25. Stopped at the 24. Clock will stop to move the chains. Wants to throw on 1st down. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. And the Flames now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. Quickly gets everyone set. They spike it to stop the clock. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. And he'll have to find the line and generate some power. A 46-yarder from the left. And it slips just inside that right upright. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on. And you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Just enough time for one final play of the half. And after that short game, they'll head to the locker room for halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together, and a fun first half between these rivals.
The Flames will boot start the second half. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Makes the grab.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Thomas looking to fire. It's complete. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down. And the Chanticleers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. He let the thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown on this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. He'll pull it down and run. Running to Green. He gets it across the 40 and out of bounds at the 38. The Chanticleers will come to the line to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Grab near the marker. It's Rasmussen. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Rides to back and leaves it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
They send the tight end in motion. Handoff from the gun. And they pick up just one. It'll be 3rd and 9.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10. And the Chanticleers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. And the defense makes the tackle, but not before he gets down to the 2. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense. 4th down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Touchdown, Chanticleer! And that one will give him the lead.
Oh, those hurts. I mean, you got them back up. You got them in a 4th down situation. You got the play initially stopped, but playing scrambling quarterbacks, you got to play the 2nd play and the 3rd play because they just keep running around, making things happen, and the QB does a great job on 4th down, getting in the end zone, making the big play.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Turns it on in midfield. There he goes. The 10. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. And the Flames, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. How about this defense digging in its heels after the big play? It's now 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Into the end zone. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt. Good, right down the boulevard. It's now a 1-point game, 14-13.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He's able to work his way on the return up to the 23 before he steps out of bounds. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. That's caught. It's Rasmussen. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Thomas back to pass. Right on the money. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun. Give on the inside.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
That's the end of the period, and Coastal Carolina has the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. The shot that clears will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. Give to the single back. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Makes the catch. It's Courtney. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
This has been a rough night for this offensive line. Man, they have not protected their quarterback. Everything starts with the big guys up front. That's their 5th sack given up of the game.
Fires to the wideout. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. The Flames will bring the punt team onto the field. Hauls it in, looking for space. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Boy, did he show it all on that return. The speed, the explosiveness, and took a little momentum with him out of bounds. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. They were forced to punt on their last possession, but this time taking over with spectacular field position. The short hands, it's Rasmussen. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down. And the shot to clear is looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Thomas looking to fire. Throwing right. Makes the catch. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Coastal Carolina. Field shrinks. Tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Quarterback may change this route. Trying to get the corner. He'll step out of bounds right at the 27.
Late in football games, I have a plan. I want to run the football. I want to put my quarterback in great situations if I do throw it. Low risk, keep that clock moving, get a few first downs. And if I get a few first downs with that clock moving, I get the W and get out of here.
On first down from the 13-yard line.
And that's another shot to clear.
They want that clock to run. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. He caught it. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The shot that clears are flying down the field. He'll do it himself. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day, as they try to get their act together. Trying to run it in. Touchdown, Coastal! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Looking for a chunk play on second and short. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And they needed a little more room to work with as that one sails out of bounds. And the Flames come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Wants to throw on third down. Pucks it out of the air. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. The Flames want to move quickly.
Well, what a great job by the defense and phenomenal effort chasing down the quarterback, getting that sack for a sheet.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He wants a big play here late. Oh, he The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He's taking a deep shot. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. Leaves it with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Grabbed in the middle. It's Rasmussen. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. The give from the gun. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. And the shot that clears come to the line with a new set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He fought them off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. Now facing a 3rd and with 22 seconds left. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. There's 3 yards on the play.